Yo, what's good, everybody? You're watching a new episode of D-Lo the Vet Bro, and I'm bringing you some news, y'all. Check this out. It's gonna be like a word on the streets, the podcast, and fucking Vet Bro reactions all in one. I don't know if you guys have noticed or are tracking. I'm sure you are, especially if you're a retiree. Um, a couple of months back, during one of my episodes on the podcast, I had talked about at what point, will the military start looking for retirees to start taking in. I feel like I'm fucking Nostradamus over here, y'all. Because all I know is the Army done put out that message now, like, hey, we need us to fill some slots. And we're to start doing a retiree recall. And right now it's voluntary, apparently. So, hey, if you're one of those guys that want to go ahead and drop your retirement pay, drop your VA benefits, and go back in, it's your time to shine, baby. Go ahead and get them ducats. But you're gonna be losing some ducats. I honestly think that the military, the VA, the government, they're all playing the okie doke on some people with this one, y'all. Because think about this, right? Trust me, when I saw this and I read it, I was like, ooh, damn. I'd go back in a heartbeat if I could, you know what I'm saying? However, I started reading. And they did say, if you do receive VA benefits, if you're receiving a VA rating and you're retired, you'd have to pump the brakes on that, put a stop to it, and they'll go ahead and you'll pick up your benefits as a regular active duty soldier. And then once your term is done and over with, you can come back in. I mean, you can come out and get shit back, right? I don't know about y'all, man, but when I was in the military, when I was in the Army, one thing I know about finance is they take a little bit longer to go ahead and start your pay back up than it is for them to take your pay away. You'll get a fucking no pay due LES before you get extra pay on there. You know what I'm saying? Before you get the correct pay, I should say. So I'm thinking though that they're all in cahoots, because when you do your time and you're done your term with the active duty after this retiree recall, are they gonna make you go ahead and I'm talking now to the recipients of VA benefits. Are they gonna come back and say, wait a minute, why are we gonna start this VA back on you if you were med boarded or you were receiving benefits for these ailments, right? And but you seem to be working quite fine. So I think that you've been malingering all this time. And then guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna be like, hey, let's investigate this cat. So wait a minute, he got out because according to him, he wasn't able to do his job anymore. Now he's out there before this active duty retiree recall. He's out there doing what he used to do in the Army without a problem. And now he wants all his compensation that we were giving him before this. He wants that back. That sounds like malingering to me. And he owes us back pay. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's what they're playing here. That's the okie doke that they're going to want to go ahead and do on a lot of these vets. And if you get caught up in it, don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. Now, I ain't going to lie. If they were to put in writing that I can keep all my benefits that I have when I come back out of active duty, I would do it. I'd jump back in. Now, of course, I would probably be writing a profile. You know what I'm saying? I'd be writing a profile because your boy over here a little bit on the overweight side now. I ain't that 200 pounds of muscle and sexiness that I used to be. Now 250 pound, fat body. But yeah, dude, what do y'all think? How do you think this is gonna affect? Do you think anybody's gonna go ahead and fucking jump back onto the active duty train? I don't think so, honestly. It just shows me that they're planning something to come up soon, y'all. It have to be. It's not just a recruiting problem, it's a retention problem. And let's be real, I've been saying this for quite some time. You're going to keep having a recruiting problem and a retention problem while you keep using us as a social experiment. All right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, yesterday I did a reaction to the Marine Corps boot camp integration. And if you haven't checked that out, go on and check it out, man. It's on the Vet Bro reactions from yesterday. And I talked a little bit of shit on there. Specifically because I think that, you know, goddamn, it's the last place men could be fucking men, was in the Marine Corps. And apparently not anymore, you know. And nothing against y'all ladies out there, against y'all females, yo. I know that there's many of y'all that can do the job. I know that there's many of y'all that can fucking sling rounds better than some of these male counterparts that you have. All right, hey, shout out to my homegirl, Ashley Smith. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a cannon cocker. She sent me videos of her fucking slinging them biscuits. And I'll tell you what, much props, much love to her, much respect. But let's be realistic. After continued stress that you place on your body, it's gonna break down faster than it does for a male. You know what I mean? And it's gonna hurt you worse in the long run than it does for us. So anywho, yeah, take out the social experimentation. Stop trying to run the Army as a business, as a corporation. You know, and maybe you'll keep motherfuckers staying in. But from I don't know if it's already been implemented or not. But the whole incentive of being in the Army for 20 years and then receiving your retirement pay has been taken away and being replaced with like a 401k type fucking retirement. Now, if you don't know about a 401k, if once you try to cash that shit out and you're under the age of 59 and a half, you will get taxed. You will get taxed with a 10% fucking what's it called, penalty. And then also, you know, the government's gonna take their 20% off the top. So you're losing 30% of your shit right there already. And if you live like in a state like California or whatever that has state taxes, you're gonna have to pay up on them too. You know what I mean? So they're taking out the incentive of wanting to stay and make a career out of the military. And it didn't help, you know, that the government placed us in an unwinnable war, both in Iraq and Afghanistan during the GWAT. Was it winnable? It was winnable if they had a fucking set end state. You know, what the fuck was the commander's intent in total? Not just, you know, phase by phase. And I'm not going to get started on that one now because that's just going to lead me down another rabbit hole that I don't want to go to right now. But what I'm saying is, yeah, do you think that because they're lacking in retention as well as recruiting, that a draft might come back? I don't know. I'm just wondering what's coming up down the pipeline. You know what I mean? What's going on down the river flow? Because this shit ain't right. Something sounds like it's about to crack. And is it going to be with the Ukraine? I'm not sure. Is it going to be with Israel and Gaza? I'm not sure. You know, but it's going to be something that is going to be worldwide. I mean, think about the three powers that would definitely put up a fight right now against us. China, Russia, North Korea. All three of them are connected too. They can help each other out too easy. You know, North Korea, go ahead and attack South Korea. Boom, that's one theater we got to worry about. Then we start fucking with them. What's going to happen? China's going to go ahead and start pumping their, you know, start helping them out. We're fucked on that peninsula. And then if, let's say they do that, and then Russia decides to get a little more aggressive over on the Ukrainian side, we can't handle that shit financially. And let's say we kick our troops in there. That's another fucking theater open. That's another... It's just something that I see that is not going well for us, y'all. Keep your eyes out there. See what's going on. It's an election year, so they're going to, you know, pump the brakes as much as they can for now. Right now, what I'm really worried about, and, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen, what I'm truly worried about is the migration from other countries, not just down south of the border, but other countries globally that are coming through the border that we have on the south side. All right. And I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news, but these guys are coming in bundles, y'all. And they're coming Like, you know, I don't know if you saw the news with the whole thing that happened in El Paso. Now they got the nasty girls down there. Shout out National Guard. My biggest worry, honestly, is that there's going to be an attacker or somebody who's going to slip on a vest like they would do us out there in Iraq, and kind of like they would do us in the markets or out there in the middle of their packed areas of populace. And it's an opportunity for them, especially when they see that there's military at the border, and just unalive themselves, as they like to say on here. But that's my biggest worry, honestly, at this time. And something like that could be like the catalyst to begin certain movements. And then, of course, it's going to be the brown people, my people, that are going to be blamed for it. More likely, it's going to come from somewhere on the other countries outside of our continent. But anyways, that's my spill right now. I'm over here parking lot pimping, picking up my son, and he's about to come out. So I hope y'all dug this. That's why I'm in the car. I don't know what the audio is going to sound like. It's the first time I do something like this. So I guess I'm going to put this as a vet bro reaction / word on the street / podcast. I don't know. It'll be up there on the Gunline podcast channel on the YouTubes. So, and I'll put it on the TikTok too, see if anybody watches this. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all digging this, go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel on the Gunline podcast, and then hit a subscribe, hit a comment, hit up the like, and share. All right, that's the only thing I ask of y'all, if you could do that for me, just to go ahead and keep the ball rolling. So other people could get the content, and comment. I want to hear y'all comment, man, so we could go and have dialogue. Because, I mean, shit, I can only talk so much retarded shit, and some people got to disagree with what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, with that being said, rounds complete, intermission, Gunline out. That's the podcast outro. Then I guess D-Lo the Vet Bro letting you go. That's the VBR outro. And then keep your ears to the streets so y'all can give me the word. I'll catch y'all later, y'all. Deuces.